So hello guys, I am Srinjoy. Welcome to the first video of my YouTube channel. So guys, today we are going to explain you how to day trade on gold within the time of May end to June end. Because you should know, you can see the screenshots here on the screen. You should know how the market reacts during the time of this 1 month time period. The markets become so sideways. If you can see the daily chart on the almost the May end to June end, the market becomes so sideways. You can see on the chart. The reason behind this is जो लोग फॉरेन इन्वेस्टर है वो लोग का पैसा और उनको पोर्टफोलियो मैनेज करना होता है आफ्टर अ टाइम ऑफ ईयर एंड दैट इज बेसिकली द सेकेंड क्वार्टर एंड जो टाइम इज द टाइम ऑफ मे एंड टू जून एंड. सो इस टाइम में क्या होता है, उन लोग इन्वेस्टर्स आर आउट ऑफ गोल्ड एंड दे आर गोइंग टू invest their whole money in the US markets, basically on US 30. You can see the pump on US 30 and NASDAQ, you can see. And the second reason is, the important reason is India and China. For India, this is not the season in which people should buy gold. So the gold price becomes consolidating at this stage because the sales are not so good at that time, and sales affects a major factor of the price of gold. And second, China market, a same reason maybe cause the sales of China becomes down. That's why the markets react so sideways. So let's understand how we can capture at least 100 pips a day or a 50 pips a day, that is not to close the day on loss, be in profit. Let's go on the charts and see how we can do this. So majorly we are going to talk about six major points, that is when to entry, when to exit, and how you can look for trades, and what time frame you should use, and what strategy you can use, and how should you enter a particular trade. So let's go to point number 1, when to entry. You should have a backtested good strategy, or you haven't a strategy, you can look for YouTube, or you can ask me in the comment section to know a good strategy which is a good working strategy and can make you consistently profitable. So first, at entry, first I am going to at the last point, that is how you should enter. This is a trade we have taken on live stream that have gone 100 pips, I think on day 7 or day 8 maybe. You can follow, if you follow my Instagram, you should know the day I have taken the trade. So at this particular level, I have added my half lots because this is not a good confirmation level. After it reaches this point, I have added my full quantity. Okay, you should mind that when to add the full quantity and when should not. You should add the full quantity, you should remain on your half quantity, because when the SL is around 25 pips and your target is around 100 pips, the SL becomes 12.5 pips of your loss taking ability, because the lot used here is half lot. If you use a single lot, you should trade on 0.5 lot during the first time entry. And I am telling you to enter the first time entry because if the chart goes in your direction suddenly, what you should do, you should book less profit but you are still profitable. So on the next confirmation, we have taken the second entry here, that is this confirmation, we have taken the second entry here. So my PNL was, my tool was around, I have taken entry, let the at first this candle, on this candle, this good green candle, and my SL will be around 25 pips. Okay, and I should aim for at least 1:3 RR, that is almost 75 pips. Still my trade has gone for 100 pips. So at first time the market becomes a little bit consolidating here for at least 15 minutes. You can still, it's a good holding time and you should know the game of patience. Then after 15 minutes it directly goes to 780 pips, that is almost close to our target, and at this level our 25 pips risk becomes zero because the half lot is already booked and our SL is still becomes zero. Because if when the risk is around of 25 pips, if you are losing the particular trade of $25 and if you book your half quantity, you should at 1:1 you should be positive $12.5, and if still the chart goes and hit your stop loss, this will be a negative $12.5, so you are still at a break even. This is the game to revive your capital, and you should know your growth skills. So first, this trade reacted good at 80 pips. I told you to book your 80% quantity, because if this level, I mean, if this chart doesn't go for 100 pips, you should not book any loss after 1 is to 4 of a single trade. So the market, then what it done, you should know the levels where market can react. There have three level I have marked. You can see 1, 2, 3. So at the first level, the market came again, that is, it has done a polarization. Polarization is basically gold does, that is, it turns a support level to a resistance level and a resistance level to a support level. Basically it becomes vice versa, and the gold reacts like this. So it was a resistance level last time, and now it became a support level. So at this level it comes, then again gone for a good move that was around almost 85 pips movement, that is 5 pips extra than the last 80 pips move. Then it again came to that level just to backtest. Remember one thing, if it is coming this first here and again retest, it should, you can add another trade or you can place another trade here. But if your daily target is not done till, if your daily target is done, you can exit the full quantity and enjoy your day with good profits. Okay, so then it come again the same level and bounces here and give a profit of full 100 pips. This was a trade logic I had, which trade I have taken on live stream. But now I am going to take a new trade here on the last, on this market, actually on this day, because I want to describe you where you should find your good key levels. So this is my RR, basically I'm going to place it here again. So if you can see, which I have told, there are three key levels. The part it has taken a rejection, if you can mark the top, there is no still zones. I mean, there are zones maybe in 5 minutes, but when you are entering in 1 minute, you should trace your chart in 1 minute and 5 minutes only. You should not see the chart on 1 hour, either it's 1 hour support or 1 hour resistance, because mind it, 100 pips is maybe a good movement, but for 1 hour candle, for a single candle, 100 pips become a wick only. So you should not take a headache of going, maybe it's a 1 hour support zone and you are selling. It doesn't matter for you, because you are come here for small points with a big quantity and to make profits or break even, not making the loss. That is the most principle you should know. So again the market came here, again it come for a back testing after taking a support resistance here. You can enter here directly. Okay, at this level, this is a good buying level. You should have the same 25 pips risk with a with a 100 pips target. So it came for a good way target, because after this candle you should enter this candle, basically this green candle, because it's a good candle and you should know the which candle is good for entry, which is not. If you are entering here, your 25 pips risk will be a little bit low, like this point at least. Let me mark. It's a perfect 25 pips and a 98 pips target, which becomes 100 pips. Okay, so what here the trade logic is around, gold follows polarization. I have told you earlier, this is a polarization retesting level. Here the retesting is good for any entries. So at first, when it's 1 is to 1 is done, 1 is to 1 when it's done, that is around a 1 is to 1 level, like 25 pips for 20, like we should go for around, this is a 1 is to 1 level. So you should do your SL at CTC, but I will tell you to book your half quantities. That will be a better choice for you, because chart can again retest that level and put out your stop loss, that is in the cost to cost, and again go up. Okay, give the chart space to survive. Secondly, what he has done, it slowly went up and given our targets. So first thing, I think the logic is enough for this particular trade. Later, if you want, I can share more logics. But one thing you should always remember, that you should almost book your 80% quantity within a ratio of 1 is to 3.5. I am not suggesting you to go for a 1 is to 2 trade. Maybe it's a good, but at this market condition, when the market remains on daily time frame a good consolidating, you should not know where there will be loss. So if you are going for again four back to back SL, your only a one single trade profit will be gone. That's why for this time period you should aim for more with the minimum risk and for a little lot, that is half lots. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you.